Hi, what's good people? My name is Moksh Vasant. I'm 22 years old and I'm the founder and CEO of Meteoric Boost, where we help founders and wealth creators build, scale and monetize personal brands. I myself have a very strong personal brand on Instagram that goes by the name of @moksh.vasant, where we have 143,000 followers and I've managed to monetize it, and we crossed a net lifetime revenue of $110,000 within 5 months of launching a brand new offer. I started recording videos back in 2017, which is about 8 years ago, on the internet, and ever since then it's been a thing that I've never let go of, and it's the thing that I'm the best at. Why do I say all of this? I completely eradicating the numbers aside, this is the one thing that I genuinely enjoy doing and that got me into the game, which is just picking up a camera and talking directly to it. And this is a video that I've been meaning to make for a while, but I thought what better time to do it, because I recently turned 22 about 4 days ago on the 16th of December 2025. It's the 21st of December right now, so that makes it 5 days ago. I'm in Dubai right now. I'm in my Airbnb. Behind me is the Dubai Marina. There's a bunch of yachts parked outside there, and I thought what better way to do this than right now. I was just smoking a cigar and going over the 12 things that I've learned over the last 12 months of being 21 years old. Now the last year has been the most transformational year of my life. I've gone through multiple experiences, worked in multiple different environments, traveled quite a lot, met some very, very interesting people, worked with clients that are way older than me, that make way more money than me, that have way more life experience than me. This year has been truly transformational. It's 1 year that's been in the making for the last 5 to 6 years. I do truly believe that effort compounds, and the effort that I've put into my craft over the last 8 years truly showed its fruit and results over the last year. And this is me just saying all of that I did in the intro, just because there's some context that needs to be said there. It's not that I'm just bragging. So I just wanted to get into what those 12 principles are and really expand into it. So I've taken a bunch of notes on Apple Notes over here. I was just reflecting, and I'm going to walk you through these because I think it's great to document this. If you're someone who's ahead of me in this game of business and life, I think this is something that you would look back on and reminisce upon. And if you're someone who's sort of just getting started in your early stages, this is something that could be valuable information for you too. So the first principle that I lived by over the last year that's taken me places has to be action beats everything. Action is the number one thing, and taking imperfect action fast is the one thing that's led to rapid progress in my life. Assertively throwing myself in situations where I have to make it happen, over leveraging myself at times, creating do or die situations for myself, creating scenarios in my head where if I lose, I kind of die in a sense, right? That is extremely crucial. Whether it's putting money on the line, whether it's putting situations on the line, and just making it like put a gun to my head, take insanely rapid action and make things happen. That is the one thing that separates people that genuinely make progress compared to people that think about genuinely making progress. When you're taking action, it's extremely crucial to work open to goal and not stop till you hit that goal. It's not about the number of hours of work that you put into something, because that's generally not a telltale sign of how hard you're working. Hard work does not get you anywhere. What gets you somewhere is working till you get that thing done. Get shit done, right? Spend 12 hours behind a desk, spend 24 hours behind a desk, get some sleep in. But if it means that you're getting to a deadline that you genuinely need to sprint towards, do it, right? It's extremely crucial to work open to goal and not just work and count your hours, because that does not truly get you anywhere. Action is everything. Once you take messy and imperfect action, you will realize what goes into a certain process or action, and the way to make it repeatable is to build systems around it. But systems are a completely different story. It's something that comes later on. It starts with you taking action. Don't build systems first, always take action first, then figure out what goes into a process, what works, and then build a system around it. The second principle that I've lived by, and I genuinely think is something that is not talked about enough, is having your reality shattered every now and then, quite frequently actually. Over the last year, I've come across people that are my age, younger than me, slightly older than me, way older than me, with different perspectives in life, but these people were absolutely crushing it in their particular domains. I've met founders doing $80,000 months, $100,000 months, $300,000 months, $50,000 months, $60,000 months, running different service-based businesses, whether it's a SEO service, whether it's an info product that they sell, whether it's a SaaS company that they have. It's so many different industries, whether it's e-com, right? It's so important to have your reality shattered every now and then, because when you meet someone that is doing 10 times better than you in a particular domain in life, specifically business, fitness, relationships, and you're a man, you're slightly ambitious, when you look at someone like that, you just like quickly go, oh shit, if this person and me, like there's no difference between me and this guy, right? I know I'm better than this person. And it comes from a place of not ego, maybe a bit of ego. I think ego is very important, but a place of self-confidence that I am better than this person. And when you have that mindset, it forces you to get to that level. But it would never happen if your reality wasn't shattered in the first place. If you stay in your cocoon, there's not much progress there. But if you meet people that are doing insanely well and you get to connect with them, that is your new normal, that is your baseline, that is your hygiene standard. And it's so important to surround yourself, or at least have those reality shattering experiences every now and then. I'm right now literally sitting in front of a bunch of yachts that are parked outside there, right? I made $31,000 last month, and that's nothing, because there's a yacht parked out there that's 4 floors. There's a helipad on that yacht. There's a pool on the bottom deck. There's 4 floors. There's some killer that owns that yacht, probably rents it out, makes a bunch of buck through just rental income from that yacht. There's people renting that yacht out, partying. That yacht is not something I can buy right now. It's 10 times my net worth, probably 5 times my net worth. And this trip in Dubai, we've spent a lot of money on this trip, probably upwards of $10,000 on renting supercars, on having insane experiences, on buying things, on just traveling around and just not worrying about money. And these trips are so important, because that is sort of your new baseline now. When I go back home, when I go back to Mumbai, the one thing that I'm going to be doing is literally holding this as a new norm. That if I can spend 10K on a trip, I literally scratched a Ferrari rim and I had to pay fines of $6,000. If that is something that I could just lose in an instant, then imagine the motivation I'm going to have when I get back to make that amount of money. So it's so important to have your reality shattered. Speak to people that are absolutely killing it in every single domain, and then know that you can do that too. The third principle that I lived by, or I've had this epiphany over the last few months, very recently, is use nothing as a crutch. You should aim to be a 10 on 10 in every domain in life. Now, I'm a big believer in being a jack of all trades, but I know for a fact that being a jack of all trades is not how you make progress in anything that you do. There will be seasons where you'll be focused on one particular thing, especially in business. Focus on one business when you get started. Over time, when you have the leverage of capital, network, labor, that is when you can expand into other ventures and take bets. But initially, your focus should be on one idea, one business model, and see it through till you make it work. Make it work, right? But be a 10 on 10 in everything. Once the business crosses, say for example, $10,000 a month, start focusing on your health, start focusing on your relationships, right? That is what I told myself. When I did not have money, when I wasn't making enough money for myself, I just went, I need to fix my career first. I need to fix my business first. After that, I can take care of my health. I can take care of my dating life. I can take care of my wellness, sleep, everything, right? But or traveling as well, right? I'll travel once I start making money. But what happens when you start making money is you have nothing to blame your circumstance on. You're unfit and you're rich and unfit. What are you going to do now? You have to go take action and change that. Right? You don't have a good enough dating life? Cool. You're rich and you don't have a good enough dating life. Go out there, meet more women, talk to more women, go on more dates, take effort, put effort into that, dress better, stuff like that. Don't use anything as a crutch, because it's genuinely you just making an excuse in life. So that's another principle that I live by. The fourth principle that I lived by over the last year, or I learned, is know that everything comes to you, act like it, treat people that way, and it will come. It's that energy that you operate from, that frequency that you operate from, is what truly makes the biggest difference. I genuinely believed in my heart of hearts when I started this business, Meteoric. I knew for a fact that I'm going to build a killer team around it, killer systems. I'm going to work with the best clients, bring the best client results, document every single client result, have such an insane personal brand and market pull that people hop on calls and pay me in full without any objections. And now I'm slowly getting to that stage where people hop on calls and go, we know you, Moksh, we know what you do, we know the client results you bring, here you go, here's my money. Document the process of scaling me and just absolutely have a good time with me, right? And I've built the most insane client relationships with some amazing individuals where I have a person to go to in every single industry, and I can just ask for help at any given point of time. I have a guy for everything, right? But I have that because I saw that coming, and I just act like everything comes to me. Whether it was, there's a bar that I go to quite often in Mumbai. It's called Air. It's a rooftop bar, and it's a pretty popular bar. If you've been been to Bombay, you probably know about it. That's one of my favorite places to go to, and I keep going there often. I don't drink, actually. I haven't had alcohol till December this year. I actually had a couple of drinks in December, but I just was away from alcohol because I was focused on building myself. But I keep going to Air just to have, Diet Coke, sparkling water, just to enjoy the view, enjoy the music, take someone out, take friends out. And the past couple of times that I went there, once with friends and once with family, there's this one waiter that I always just treat very nicely. I'll always treat everyone nicely, whether it's the valet guy, whether it's the person that's at the bar. Unless someone ruffles my feathers, I'm a very, very nice guy to be around. I really give a lot of energy to whoever I'm talking to, and I genuinely am interested in their lives and I ask them questions. And this waiter, over the last couple of times that I've been to Air, has just squared off my bill, completely cleared it off on the house. I was literally waiting to clear bill the previous time that I went, and he was like don't worry about it, sir, it's on me, it's on the house, I've seen you come here multiple times, it's your birthday soon, there you go, that's 7 shots for the table, right? I was with my family and friends, and 7 shots for the table, couple of desserts, there you go, right? And those things kind of make you realize how important it is to just treat people nicely, not from a selfish motive. I told him, next time this is not happening, I am paying, right? But it's just the gesture that counts, right? The fact that you treated someone really nicely, and they felt that reciprocity to genuinely just do something for you, do something special for you. And that's it's one of the most beautiful feelings in the world. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth principle that I live by over the last year is work and rest like a lion does. A lion wakes up, he's hungry, he goes out, he hunts, he eats, and then he rests. I like to work in sprints of 40 days where I completely lock in. My health is optimized, my sleep is optimized, my meditation is happening every single day. I'm visualizing the person I want to be, the person I am, and then I work like a maniac. 4 to 8 hours of work every single day. Some days I'm taking sales calls, some days I'm doing client calls, some days I'm just working behind a desk, working on strategy, on content, on building systems. Some days I'm taking team calls. It obviously really depends on where the business is at and what the business requires me to focus on, and what the bottleneck and the constraint of the business is. But what I mean is, in those 40 days, all I'm doing is just thinking about business and working on the business. There's no switching off, there's no turning my mind off, there's no drinking, there's no partying, there's no going out, there's no meeting people. It's just maniacal focus on one thing and one thing only, which is scaling the business. And it's in those 40-day sprints that I genuinely end up 2xing, 3xing, and 4xing the results that I have in life. So that's extremely important. It's insane the kind of people that you will meet when you're out of that 40-day cocoon and you take 10 to 20 days to travel the world, expand your horizons, speak to more people, because that's extremely important. You can't work for 60 days, 90 days, 6 months straight. It's just not the best thing to do. Work like a maniac, but then also party hard, play hard, explore, travel around, experience life, meet people, have creative thoughts, have a vision, build a vision. The fifth principle that I lived by the last year, or I genuinely learned more about, is that gratitude is the highest frequency emotion you can operate from, and having a pure abundance mindset. I think there's so many places in life where we end up operating from a place of scarcity, even when we don't know about it. Jealousy, seeing someone else succeed and feeling like them winning means us losing. Maybe losing a bunch of money, paying a hefty fine and going, shit, that's like a lot of money. No, you have to, in those moments, go like, yeah, gratitude, whatever it is, whatever the situation is, there's something to learn from it. I'm grateful that I am going through this situation. I can learn from this situation, and being in that abundant state of mind is what gets you more of everything that you want in life. Always operate from that gratitude frequency that makes you make actions, and that makes you take actions from the right place, from the right heart, and just keeps your soul light. It's at the end of the day, it's not even about being selfish about what gratitude does to you. It's more to do with living a high quality life, and living a high quality life really does come down to, do you feel grateful every single day for everything that you have? Because life is short. You don't know. I could not be here tomorrow, right? But what do I want to have? I want to have lived the most insane life. I want to have had the most insane experiences, relationships. I want to have done something that creates impact, lost impacts on the people, built insane value, right? And a lot of my work in rap does come from a place of insecurity, and like a place of like pain, but just being grateful through all of that. I'm grateful for the pain that I get to push myself, right? So that feeling of abundance is extremely important. It's something that I strive to have every single day of my life that is on this earth. The sixth, I think it's the sixth one. Is it the sixth one though? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is expand your horizons through travel and get it out of your system. So getting it out of my system, what do I mean by getting it out of my system? When you initially are aiming towards those 10k goals, 20k goals, at least when I did, I just, I was like, okay, cool. Then you start planning, okay, I'm going to invest this amount of money here, I'm going to spend this much on my expenses, stuff like that. That's like such a constricting way of living life. I genuinely do believe the initial, again, it really depends on your situation. If you have to build an emergency fund, please build that war chest first before you actually do something like this. For me, for my situation, I knew for a fact that even if I didn't have any money, I would be good. I come from a decent family background. I could have just gone home and been safe, but obviously that was never an option. But although the initial bit of money that I made, I literally blew a lot of it. I just spent a lot of it. I just got it out of my system. What happens when you get it out of your system? You obviously have insane experiences, you expand your horizons, but at the same time, you do realize that every material thing that you end up getting does not actually make you happy. It's good for 2 days, for 3 days, for 4 days, for 5 days, but after that, you're just like, cool, it's done, it's over, right? And that hedonic treadmill, once you get on it, you experience it 4 or 5 times, you realize that it exists, and you kind of get it out of your system. It's not like at every single point of time when you're making money, you're just thinking of spending it, right? Because you've sort of experienced that. Obviously, there's always going to be bigger and shinier things to get, but getting it out of your system initially is so important to experience that, to taste that life, to taste that experience of spending money and then realizing that buying things in materialism does not actually get you more happiness. It's gratitude that makes you happy. It's so important to experience that firsthand, because knowing it is a different thing than hearing someone say something like that. Another principle that I lived by this year was don't chase goals, craft and embody an identity that already has it all. What do I mean by that? When we have goals, I want to hit this number in my business, I want to look a certain way, I want to have a six-pack. We're sort of setting goals because you're like, I'm not that person already. It's a goal, it's a vision, right? But what actually gets you to that level is being that person today. What is Moksh tomorrow like? Who is Moksh tomorrow? What does Moksh tomorrow do that Moksh today doesn't do? And then making Moksh tomorrow Moksh today. Acting like Moksh tomorrow today is what gets Moksh today to Moksh tomorrow, right? It's a bit of a tongue twister, but genuinely act like the person that you know you want to be like right now, and then reality will catch up. That's how you transurf reality. Acting like a 50k month entrepreneur, 100k month entrepreneur right now is what is going to get me to those numbers, and I know that for a fact. What I do on a day-to-day basis, I just have a diary, a vision diary, where I just draw out, okay, what does my life actually look like over the next few months, and then I just visualize it every single day. Visualize the person, the character that I behold when I am that person, and I just act like that person today. I genuinely, viscerally believe it, I feel it, I create visions of the future, imaginations of the future, and I operate from that frequency, and that's what gets me to my goals a lot quicker. Another principle that I lived by over the last year was being ruthless and using my killer instincts. Now, I'm a very nice guy. I don't like being ruthless. I don't like causing harm to people. And by ruthless, I don't mean cause harm to people, but at the end of the day, when you're playing games like business, when you're playing games that involve status, you're sort of competing with someone, right? Whether I'm a big believer in the fact that it's you versus you, but we are competitive animals. And to genuinely win and in any situation in life, you're either getting what you want out of life or you're not. And to get what you want out of life, you certain times have to bend reality to your will. And to bend reality to your will, you have to be absolutely ruthless. There is someone out there that could be a potential client, but someone else already wants that client. There's a lead that you could win over. There's a girl that you could date that someone else also wants to date. There's a car that you want to own that someone else also wants to own. There's a dollar that you want to make that someone else also wants to make, right? And so it's extremely important to have absolute killer instincts, be ruthless about it, and go towards it. I'm spiritual, I'm not religious, but I do believe in the power of deities. Deities are these godlike figures that have a certain energy. And earlier this year, I came across Lord Shiva, and I genuinely, meditated on a lot of his chants multiple times. I read a bit about him. I wear this mala, or this sort of these beads on my hand, which just reminds me of, embodying the dark energy and the ruthless energy that Lord Shiva had, the detached energy. And when I'm on a sales call and I need to press on someone's pain points, I need to quote a high enough price, I need to win over a lead from someone else, I need to chase after a thing that I know I can get without worrying about anyone else. I'm able to do that. I'm able to take that step forward. I'm able to take that leap and be a killer, and that's absolutely crucial. What point am I on actually? 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I haven't put down the numbering within my bullet points, which is bad of me. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is so I always knew that Meteoric will get to the point that it deserves to get to, only if I build an absolutely insane killer lean team around the business. We operate at Meteoric with a team of 4 people that head different departments, and then obviously I'm the CEO. I head all of the departments, and this company has scaled so far, and it will scale to the next levels simply because of the team culture we have. Culture is everything, and it really comes down to being the man yourself first that you want your players and your team to be, right? Be the hardest worker in the team. Show up every single day, do more output than everyone else, and inspire your team to catch up to your level. Second, you want to guide your team. If you only attract A++ talent, now this comes down to multiple factors. Your hiring firm, the kind of person that you are, right, that you display online, those are the kind of people that you attract to hire for your companies, right? When they apply, have a rigorous application process, and always pick the person who has less skill but is a culture fit. I have always gone with my intuition when it comes to culture. People that I genuinely know will sacrifice everything for the company, that will think like owners. The skills can be taught later on. Every single one of my hires has been like that, and they have learned on the job, in the process. We've built an insane team culture, and that is absolutely crucial. I've always believed in overcompensating. There's been times where I probably could not pay my team, but I went ahead. It's not like I could not, but I went over and above and beyond to pay my team at times when maybe the revenue wasn't that high. And that's absolutely crucial, because that is what defines a good leader, right? I genuinely want my team to be the best in the game. I want my team to know that they own Meteoric as much as I do, that they grow Meteoric, they grow with Meteoric, and the company is theirs as much as it is mine, right? That is absolutely crucial. Another thing that I learned is genuinely building a real connection with the team, right? I've flown my team out multiple times, whether it's to Mumbai. My team has also flown and surprised me in my hometown, in my city. We're going to be doing multiple international trips next year to Bali, to Cape Town, right? And just traveling with the team and working with the team. And that's absolutely crucial, because at the end of the day, why do we actually play the game of business? We play the game of business because we enjoy building things with other people that are as obsessed as us. We like to work with people that are as obsessed as us, and in this process, we end up creating so much value for the market, for the people that we work with, right? So it's so crucial to build insane real connections, because that just makes business so much easier to do, and people see you be obsessed and they want to work with you. The last and final principle that I've learned this year is doubling down on what works is what will lead to aggressive scaling. I'm big into data. I studied economics at university. Apart from everything that economics taught me, the one thing that I took away was econometrics, which was data, right? It's pure data. It's statistics, it's data. That is something that gave me that rigorous approach towards tracking data across every department in my company. My company is split into sales, operations, fulfillment, and marketing. Sales is obviously getting more business, getting more revenue, getting more clients. Marketing is content, story sequences, reels, YouTube videos, long form assets, ads. There's operations. It's obviously all the 4 chains of the company, all the 4 departments, they all function together because there's a bunch of processes and systems that compound and run together. That's operations. And there's client fulfillment, genuinely working with clients, delivering the most insane client results for them, and mapping the client journey out, creating resources, protocols for the clients that genuinely help them, building frameworks for them. It's so crucial to have data tracked for every single department at every single process and every single step of the way, because when I track data, I know for a fact, okay, and then not just tracking data but also hypothesizing. Why does the data point say something? Why is the data point lower than it should be? Why is the data point higher than the threshold? What's working, what's not working? Whatever is working, at some point you will know what actions do you take that yield the best data points, that get you the best results. And when you know what works, aggressively press your foot on the gas and double down on it, because that is what will make you scale to the next level. Whatever works, absolutely double down on it with no shame. That's absolutely crucial. And how do you double down on it? You can double down on it through more effort on that activity, through throwing more capital on that activity, through throwing more labor on that activity, through building systems around that activity, and increasing the throughput and output of that activity. But it's absolutely crucial to do this. Those were my 12 principles that I lived by over the last year. Some of them are on a personal level, some of them are on a business level. I'm sure I missed out on a bunch of principles that I probably lived on, but it was just a quick journaling session that I had, and I thought I'd just come on, fire up the camera and start talking to it, because that's what made me fall in love with this whole process of making videos in the first place back in 2017, and I'm genuinely smiling right now. And I feel so good from the bottom of my heart to just pick up a camera and start talking towards it about things that I'm learning in life, and I genuinely want to do more of these. I will dive into my story over the last year and a half, 2 years in another video, but this video is purely about me reflecting on the last year, which has been an absolute roller coaster ride, and I thought I'd just come on here and share what I've learned and share my insights and document that. There's a bunch of you that have probably been watching me since 2017, and if you're watching this video, I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, because you've played a huge role in my journey. And if there's someone who's tuning in new, I hope you found value on this channel, and I'll keep doing more of these, and I really appreciate every single one of you. But I'll catch you in the next one, and I hope this was useful. Ciao, bye.